has won NCAA, World Championships, World Juniors, win, win, win. Apparently he hasn't lost ever. He did an interview. Was that you, JP?
Yeah,
saying
is that the most insane quote you've ever seen?
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like, I've never lost.
like Connor Garland was worried or something about the World Championships. He's like, don't worry, I'm on your team. I don't lose.
Yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of credit needs to be given to Jim Rutherford and Patrick Allvin because we've seen how difficult it is to move a player who, he didn't say trade me, but he said effectively, I'm not going to re-sign here. So read between the lines. You have to move me. And under those circumstances, with everything going on in such a pressure cooker that is Vancouver, I think they did incredibly well. So we'll wait and see. This is going to be one of those trades, I guess, we're not going to know who won the trade essentially maybe for 5 years or at least for 2 years, depending on what happens with Kypreos. But at this point, I think both sides could feel very good about what they did.
I also love that they did it quickly. You know, don't let it make your whole season. Like, now they're starting in a positive direction. Fresh start. I love that.
Off that Quinn Hughes trade, we go to the one between the Edmonton Oilers and Pittsburgh, where we saw something that probably you haven't seen in a long time, and that's two goalies swapped for each other and then playing within days. And I'm not sure between
Skinner being there for 1,000 points. Ugh.
I'm not okay. Before we get into that, I'm not sure. Last night's game did a lot for Penguins fans or Edmonton fans to think, "Oh, we definitely won the trade." But your overall thoughts, David, on the trade first of all, and then we'll get into what Skinner had to witness within like 7 feet of him.
Talk about
his
going
crease.
from fire into the inferno. Hey, like in that scenario, like now he's got to go up against a red-hot Connor McDavid, who's playing out of this world. By the way, I mean you saw what he did last night. But as far as Stu Skinner goes, I think he hit it on the head. Did you hear his pregame comments yesterday? He basically said we needed a fresh start. Yeah. It just wasn't working. You know, at a certain point, you kind of go, it's not working. I need a fresh start. Tristan Jarry was, I guess, collateral damage in a way. He'd spent his whole career in Pittsburgh and had a pretty good run in Pittsburgh. I don't think it wasn't viewed in the same light as the critics were out for Stuart Skinner in Edmonton. Different pressure cooker because one team hadn't made the playoffs in 3 straight years and one team had been in the Stanley Cup final the last few years. But is it the solution for Edmonton? I'm not sure.
Yeah, like will they move Pickard now? Do you think they'll do a Colorado double goalie swap?
Yeah, I mean, but for who? Everyone keeps saying they got to get a different goalie. And the goalie market, I've listened to your guys' show. I mean, it wasn't like there was 20 Igor Shesterkins waiting around to be plucked, right? There was potential. I've heard Kipper bring up Jordan Binnington before. Who knows what the asking price would have been there? You know, like, give Kyle Davidson in Chicago some credit, right? Spencer Knight, he went out and he solidified that situation. He's been excellent. Now, he came with his own personal, I don't want to say the word baggage, but he had his own personal issues that kept him from playing in Florida, but it's worked out perfectly. That's a trade where you can say both teams won, right? Seth Jones goes over there. He's been much better. They win a cup, and Spencer Knight has done everything they'd wanted in Chicago. But there's just not that many goalies around to just kind of pluck off the goalie tree and bring in. So I think that being the case, if the trade made sense, will this ultimately be the guy who can lead Edmonton to a Stanley Cup or lead Pittsburgh back to the playoffs? Time will tell.
So last night also included Leon Draisaitl getting 1,000th point. And
we got to come off the bench all the time now. I'm so over the off the bench.
You don't think of that? How many players do you think
I think it's a big deal.
We do. We talk about this.
I think it's okay. I'm okay.
103 guys in NHL history have that much. That's a big number.
Once a year, we need guys coming off the bench.
Well, how many do you average a year?
Well, I don't
scoring
know.
1,000
points.
Funny.
We had Pasternak had like 400 goals this year.
No,
bench cleared.
Yeah,
Devontae Smith-Pelly said he played with OV, and he said when he was there when OV scored his 600th, and they didn't come off the bench. Maybe because it's OV, and they're like, he's got a few hundred more to go.
That's
but
how I feel about Pasta.
That's a big number.
A few on social media have asked me whether I thought it was disrespectful that the celebration was that close to Spencer or Skinner. Sorry.
Do you think it was disrespectful?
I don't. I didn't think they said, okay, let's all shovel really close and get into the picture with
really
our ex-goalie.
I was waiting for him to go.
No, I mean, it just happened to be the area that they were in.
That's going to be a great, at a golf course, post Skinner's career.
It did bother some people, though.
Well, what do you mean bother them? What are they supposed to do? They've already decided.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
This is the first I'm hearing of that. I mean, Zach Hyman kind of led the exuberance here and the excitement, and they loved Stuart Skinner to a man.
Love
You
him.
know, they loved him. He's such an affable guy, such a likable guy. There wasn't hard feelings there. I don't think they were trying to in his face at all.
So they had to go into the net and actually say, "Excuse me, Stu," to get that puck. Like, that's so awkward.
You know, I know he gave up. What did he give up?
First
5 or 6? I guess, whatever he
5.
gave up. He didn't play horribly. Yes, I know a couple of those goals were not.
God,
ideal.
that sounds like Oilers coverage.
No, but
I gave a 5, but it wasn't that
I
bad.
watched that whole game. McDavid could have had 4 goals. Like he made some good saves. Trust me, he was under he was under ambush for a lot of that game.
Yeah.
I am just thinking how many times, like over the last few years, has Skinner like seen these guys in practice and gone up against that type of
but that's
right?
two-way street.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but you'd think.
But what do you do with McDavid barreling down on you
Nothing.
80 miles
You do
an hour?
nothing. But I know he's seen it a few times over the years
play.
in training camps and practice, and you still look like you've never seen that before in your life.
But like that McDavid one, like that's just roll over and show your belly territory.
You're done.
He's
You're
just
done.
like,
This is
I can't.
how many
move
guys in the
laterally,
league can do this? I say McKinnon and
But
McDavid.
he's doing it now like twice a week. We saw it in Toronto, seeing it in Pittsburgh.
You guys remember the first 4 weeks of the season? What's wrong with McDavid? He's not shooting.
Yes.
He's not scoring. What's the deal with this guy? And now it's like he might score. That was my Sam McKee. and now he might score 50.
Yeah,
right?
it's just video game stuff.
Yeah, he's.
I know
he's
we've
next
said
level.
this at multiple points in his career but I don't know if anyone has ever played hockey better than McDavid has played it the past 2 weeks. Unearthed in the history of the planet. Not sure.
Really?
Dude, it's
It's at
it's the peak of the
It's
best
peak.
player. He's unstoppable. Like, who was that defending him? Chris Letang?
Carlson and Letang.
Yeah,
is there.
now, mind you, I could probably get through those two guys. Some of these defensive efforts lately. However, they are.
He's sensational.
he's just
So we talked about this last night on the show. 3rd highest points per game in NHL history, behind only Gretzky and Lemieux.
And you think he will finish as the 2nd highest
Yes.
point getter in the history of the game, ahead of Crosby?
Yes, yeah, I do. I mean, yeah. I mean,
What does he need to do to get there, pace?
well, he's what? I don't have it in front of me. He's what, at 1,100 points or something? He's 20, I think, 8 years old. I mean, he needs to play another decade, which is very doable, and to have, 4 or 5 of those 120-point seasons, 4 or 5 of those 90-point seasons, and
He's there.
he's there. And I don't see a scenario why he wouldn't be. Now, you guys are going to poo-poo it. Nick poo-pooed me when I did the OB.
I'm mathing. How high could he get? Let's say he's got another 5 years of 120 points in him or something.
There's 600 points right there.
Right. So, now we're at
So-
1,700. What's Gretzky at? 2,700?
Well, he's not. Are you bringing Gretzky? I think Gretzky's
playing
at
till
20.
what? How old is he going to use to play till?
He's a freak. He's the
I'm
fastest
definitely
kid
not
alive.
saying Gretzky because that's a whole nother tier, but
So-
I see him getting 2,000 plus points and being
Sid-
the second guy.
Sid's closing in on Mario Lemieux's all-time points. 1 point